1:21 left in the first quarter. Beverly against Lillard. He kicks it to Powell. Covington passes to Powell. Puts it up from 17. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
And big men who can shoot really changes the dynamic of your offense.
It's almost gotten to the point where you have to be able to hit that face-up jumper nowadays. Very few exceptions to that rule.
Drills the three-pointer.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Got a piece of it. Here's Lillard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Incredible wingspan. Unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Lillard against Beverly. Now here's Lillard. D right on him. A three from Leonard. And another three for the Clippers.
Well, Kawhi Leonard put in the time to become a big-time threat from range. That is beautiful.
Got it off in time. That one's not going to go. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a tough place.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a five-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in a point. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Simons. Up top, Canner. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Trailblazers trail by 7. Feeds to Jones. To the middle, Cantor. Pass to Simons. Connects from three-point range.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Now Jackson. He dishes it to Cousins. Outside, Batum. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Simons. Those three-pointers off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 4. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Three-pointer. Outside, Batum. Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Jones. And now Portland on the break. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
I'll tell you what, Hollis Jefferson doesn't mind showing out a little bit. What a sensational leaper.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, here's Cousins. Kennard on the wing. Shoots the three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Simons, the pass to Cantor. No good. That would have tied it.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, terrific penetration from the big man. Ibaka putting his athleticism to good use.
Simons surveying the D. Pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. Shot clock at 6. Sinks the three-pointer. Simons has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Trailblazers.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
It's deflected.
Wow, fantastic to see Hollis Jefferson hit it twice on the pipes. Extends out and sends it back.
Shots good by Ibaka.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Jones has it in the corner. Over to the wing. There's Hollis Jefferson. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Jones for 3. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers leading by 3.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throw.
And George with the stuff.
Well, you're asking for trouble now if you let Paul George get room to run. Excellent transition and superb at getting himself in the right position.
And that'll do it for the first. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 9 points. And
I'm just focused on music. They say my last tape was a classic, but I got some hot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Giles in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And Beverly kicks to George. From deep, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. George has got 8.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Lillard scanning the floor. There's the pass to Powell. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here we go, one-on-one. Powell with the steal. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard the pass to Giles. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop. He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Lillard against Leonard. Lillard the pass to Powell. From deep three-point range, and it's Damian Lillard with the 3.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
McCollum against Beverly. The three from George. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Back to Lillard. Kicks it out to Covington. Pass to Giles. Shoots over Zubac. And it's Giles missing. Clippers leading by 7. Down low. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Morris finds Leonard. Fires the three. Morris, left side. Oh, Leonard in position. Outside for George. High, arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard, the pass to Giles. That one misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Leonard looking over the floor. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 11. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Well, Marcus Morris is a guy who is unafraid of a little contact. That's a nice play right there.
It's his first trip to the line.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Pass to Anthony. Here's Cantor. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Clippers leading by 13. Inside. And Cousins kicks to Jackson. Outside, Batum. The three. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Jones. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Back to Kennard. A 3-ball. Los Angeles with another miss. Batum with the steal. And the wide open shot from Morris. But they recover it. And Batum kicks to Jackson. No good. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Jackson dishes to Cousins. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Kicks it to Batum. Clock at 6. There's the feed to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, quality shots usually translate to great percentages, but chippy for DeMarcus Cousins with authority.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers leading by 13. Passes it to Batum. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Unable to get that one. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Jones, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Kennard against Jones. Throws it up high, and Cousins throws it down.
Well, you've got to have a rim runner, and DeMarcus Cousins filling the role beautifully.
Kennard against Anthony. Ripped away. And here's the fast break. All going up court. Jackson finds Kennard. To the paint. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, a high percentage scorer with a great shot selection. Ibaka knows when to send it home.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Here's Simons, 20 feet out. Cantor, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Kennard, the bounce pass. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Back to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
To the inside, Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And this is why Cantor is a fantastic pick-and-roll option. He's big as a screener and a superb roller.
Jackson kicks to Cousins. Batum scanning the floor. Jackson up top. The pass to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Los Angeles.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Leonard.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Jones, no luck. 43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Jackson. Pass to Kennard. From past the arc. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Lets it go from deep. And it's Simons missing. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 16. Here's Simons. From deep. Missed. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. They won that. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center position. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now here's Murray. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George has got the ball. And Leonard gets it to go.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Murray against Jackson. And Murray, here we go. Gordon, good, and the assist goes to Murray. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big ticket items, your franchise caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now Murray. Paul George missing from long range. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
Murray against Jackson. From 17 feet out, it's hauled in by George.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Oh, Morris in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Here's Murray following the basket by Marcus Morris. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
And that jump shot by Porter is pure. Has such a fluid shooting motion. And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
And finished off by Porter.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Porter against George. Down low. And Morris throws it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Murray, the pass to Gordon. And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Albert still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Jokic. Paul George with the steal. Jackson kicks to Leonard. And the pass to Zubats. Makes it off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Jackson finds Zubats. Jackson down low. He's covered by Murray. Outside for Jackson. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. It's a three-point game.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Kennard's shot is off. Here's Dozier. No good on the last second attempt there. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic.
Southwest, I mean, you need to look your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability his positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Cole is out there with Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 2. Beverly with the ball. Ibaka outside. To the middle and stolen by Bull. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. It's deflected. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Morris dishes the Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Millsap has the open look. It's good from long range. Millsap's got the lead up to 2 now for Denver.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
Here's Ibaka, and it's Denver with the rebound. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. McGee finds Morris. Outside Millsap. Here's Dozier, defended by Beverly. 6 to shoot, and the wide open shot from Morris. Here's McGee, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I'd throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
Beverly against Morris, and that one's good. Beverly.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Denver.
The Nuggets leading by 6. Morris looking over the floor. Now the dish to Millsap. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
He gets that one. George has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Gordon against Morris. Deep 2 from Murray. Misses the jumper. Clippers trail by 7. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now, here's Jokic. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and the second chance effort by Gordon.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Here's Leonard. And it's sent back by Jokic. This is his first free throw of the game.
How about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
From the high post, and he hits the buzzer beater. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points, and that'll...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the power forward.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Nobody near George. No good from outside.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Now here's Murray. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Here's Murray. Barton outside. It's Jokic top of the key. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Morris in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Now here's Murray. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Timeout. So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to, how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. The three from George, and Bull pulls it down.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. 1:46 left in the third. Clock at 6. Dozier kicks to Morris. That three off the mark. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Kennard. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Cousins with it. Now Bull defending. A shot by Batum, no good. Denver leading by 16. Here's Dozier, defended by Beverly. Passes to McGee. Batum with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Ibaka, the pass to Kennard. Back to Ibaka. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Bull. Lays it in off the breakaway. Bull's got 8.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Stolen away. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Morris with the ball. The feed to McGee. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Oh, that's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His fourth turnover hampering their efforts.
Here's Morris. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
Right here.
Good if it goes. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a...
And so it's the Denver Nuggets controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Paul George, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got Murray. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. The Nuggets leading by 20. Stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. And he gets it to go.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Murray against Jackson. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Fourth quarter still young. Oh, what a dunk!
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Porter passes to Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Murray outside. Off target from 3-point range.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
An elite scorer in today's game. Leonard is consistent at staying aggressive on the offensive end.
The Nuggets leading by 16. Murray outside. Shot clock at 6. Lob pass to Gordon. Knocks it loose.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Murray against Jackson. And it's Murray penetrating. Back to Barton.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
And it's George finishing it off.
Well, we've talked about, you know, George is athletic. He's long, and he's got really long arms, which helps him as a defender, and that allows him to clog up passing lanes and come up with steals, too.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Jokic has got 10 points here in the second half. Inside, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Murray against Jackson. Murray outside. Shot clock at 5. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Denver.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Bol Bol.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
Beverly against Murray. He dishes it to Barton. Lets it go with a three. Murray, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Leonard attacking, lays it up off the glass.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Pass to Barton. Back to Murray. Tries again. Barton passes to Murray. Porter looking it over. From 18 feet away. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Paul George is out there with Jackson. And it's Ibaka. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Here's Jackson. Pass to George for the three. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. George has got the game going here with the first basket for the Clippers. Outside Hardaway. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. From outside, off the mark. To the paint. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's Doncic. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Leonard with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Jackson drives in. Mavericks with the rebound.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Clippers on defense. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Pass to Leonard. Doesn't go for him. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Fade away. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Doncic against Jackson. High post shot. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Leonard. Top of the key. Porzingis on the follow.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And they double up Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Misses the three. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Jackson passes to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Right side Leonard. Zubac kicks to Jackson. A putback, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 6.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Outside Hardaway. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Doncic. Guarded by Jackson. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's George.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Stolen by George. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And George with the stuff.
A terrific ball thief. PG-13 knows it's a priority to create turnovers that spark the running game.
Pass to Brunson. Will it go? And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Morris passes to Batum. Back to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Richardson, that's a two-pointer. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers ahead. They're up by 7. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Powell is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Redick against Batum. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Richardson against Kennard. Richardson attacking. It's blocked.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
It's up a 3. Mavericks with the rebound. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will say Gary Payton. I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And even 3-on-3 break. Passes to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. And it's blocked. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. He dishes it to Cousins. Clippers moving the ball around. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul him. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Doncic again.
Oh, wow! He went high. That was nice. He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
George double teamed. Outside Leonard. And another three for the Clippers.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
George against Doncic. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of the game. Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by Zubac.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Jackson has the open look. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Finney-Smith. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis over George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on George.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
On the wing, George. A deep three from Leonard, and that's the final possession with the night. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 12 points and 1. And that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
They've got Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Doncic. Up and in on the layup. Doncic has got the first field goal of the second half for the Mavs.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
There's Jackson with the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Hardaway with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
George with no one around. A 3-pointer is right on target. George has got 15 points.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
From deep 3-point range, Doncic no good. Clippers leading by 13. Jackson finds Ibaka. From deep, George. Outside Jackson. Back to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And if you're the defender, you have to respect the ability of Jackson to finish. That opens things up for the assist.
It's Hardaway with the drive. Outside, Porzingis. On the wing, Doncic. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. George double teamed down low. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
And it's in there.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Mavericks trail by 13. Outside Hardaway. Here's Doncic. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Takes a 3. That shot is off. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Finney-Smith. Trains the three-pointer. Finney-Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Here's George. Ibaka wide open. He finds. Offline with his 3. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. For Dallas, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. That one falls for Brunson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Beverly dishes to Cousins. Beverly looking around. Out to Morris. 5 on the clock. Here's Cousins. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Mavericks trail by 8. 3 on 3. It's Richardson on the wing. 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Kennard's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Redick passes to Brunson. Over Kennard. And the shot no good, a bit short. Los Angeles leading by 8. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Bangs home the trifecta. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
Brunson with it. He gets it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding up. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Brunson. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Dwight Powell is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Brunson finds Richardson. 5 to shoot. In the corner, Powell with it. And the 3 off target.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Morris passes to Kennard. No good on the 3.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Batum dishes to Morris. Outside for Batum, wide open. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Richardson the pass to Brunson. Richardson against Kennard. Goes up on the high post. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Clippers leading by 11. Doncic with the steal. The tray. Shot clock reset for Dallas. It doesn't go for him. And here are the Clippers. Batum passes to Cousins. He feeds it to Morris. Mavericks with the rebound. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Kennard for three. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Trying to defend Kennard. You know he can hit shots with limited space. That helps him get you off balance.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Baca comes in for Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Looking to end his cold spell. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Doncic.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Kennard against Doncic. Free throw line jump shot. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Porzingis kicks to Finney Smith. Trying to find Porzingis. That's it to him. Here's Marjanovic. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers leading by 14. To the middle. Whoops, they pick off the pass. One-on-one here. Ibaka with some nice D. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. The pass to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Count it. Good. And the Clippers lead by 16.
If you let Serge get looks in there, he's going to shoot them for a very high percentage.
Hardaway with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Marjanovic. Oh, offensive interference.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Los Angeles.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other two.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
George dishes to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic. Here's Los Angeles now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Pass to Ibaka. For 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Hardaway from outside. Drops in the tray.
3.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. George way outside. And here's Leonard from three. Nailed from three-point land.
Kawhi with the three, showing he's able to stretch the floor more and more.
Doncic outside. From deep. It drops.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. The lights of downtown reflect. Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Now here's Beverly to the inside. Here's Morris. Drops in the layup for 2. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here's Beverly after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Outside, George launches it. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. And Covington sends it back. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Lillard outside. Kicks to Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Covington. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Now, here's Nurkic. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Lillard against Leonard. Lillard outside. Pass to McCollum. Good on the three-point shot.
This is who McCollum is. Someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Knocked loose. Stolen by McCollum. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Portland. They've got an 8-0 run. Lillard surveying the D. Nurkic finds Lillard. Covington in the corner. Lock at 6. And here's McCollum for 3.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George will lock you down on D, and it takes a very special effort to get off a clean shot against him.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Leonard with the steal. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And the quick feet of Beverly really jetting it down the open court for a high percentage opportunity.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard left side. The pass to McCollum. 5 on the clock. Nurkic kicks to Covington. Over Morris. Almost, but it rolls out. The Clippers trail. Nobody near Leonard. Buries it from three-point range.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from three. Boy, how times have changed.
Now, here's Lillard. He dishes it to Powell. Takes the three. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Here's George. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Now, here's Lillard. Dishes to Nurkic. Morris with the rebound.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard outside. There's the three. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard on the wing. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers ahead. They finish. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Ibaka, Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's Cousins in at the center, locking down the middle. And Batum kicks to Jackson. To the middle. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Jones from outside. Portland no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 6. Batum with the ball. Jones covering. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. Portland moving the ball around. Simons, the pass to Cannon. 20 feet out. And it's Simons missing.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot. Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. Still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on his team.
Pass to Cannon. Here's Simons beyond the arc. Cousins pulls it in.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
And that one drops.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Clippers leading by 6. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
And it's Simons missing. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Kennard for 3. The shot, no good. The Trailblazers shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Outside for Jackson. Los Angeles with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Jones, no one around him. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The drive by Cantor, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Jackson dishes to Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Outside, Jones. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will come the other way.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. The wing jumper off target. Trailblazers trail by 6. Inside. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 8 seconds left now here in the second. Right side, Leonard. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above. And that'll do it.
I'm just focused on music. They say my last tape was a classic, but I got some hot. I be rocking this shit.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Nice game, great performance by Marcus Morris.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell's out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Zubac finds George. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense.
Powell with the steal. Here's Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Nobody near George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 5. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Count that bucket. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Beverly against Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. He kicks it to Nurkic. Great look, but off the mark. Clippers leading by 3. A 3 from Leonard. Zubac finds Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. That's a 2 from Powell. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside for Batum. Wide open look. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Come on. You got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Stolen by Jackson. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The Clippers rebound. It's good on the putback. Batum's got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the boards.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Lillard the pass to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 5th assist in this one.
They tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Outside Jackson. Kennard for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Nurkic up top. Defended by Ibaka. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. No coverage that time. Now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
Jackson down low. Cousins. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Nurkic kicks to Powell. The dish to Lillard. And the pass to Nurkic from outside the arc. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Now when bigs like Nurkic start stretching the floor and improving their game, you know they're committed to their craft.
Jackson against Lillard. 13 feet away. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got 8.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 4. Jackson has the open look. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
The catch and shoot J is lethal when used correctly. Easy to see why Jackson likes it so much.
Lillard outside. Launches a 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Clippers. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And it's the Clippers with the ball. 6-point game. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year.
Lillard outside. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Over Beverly. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Los Angeles leading by 9 and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. Fires the 3. From deep, George. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Lillard misses.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
So the wing on the left. Pass to Beverly. Powell with the steal. Lillard with no one around. And it's good off the back rim and in.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. To the paint. Here's Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here is Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Down low. Shoots from the line. Nurkic can't hit. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. George looking over the floor. He dishes it to Ibaka. Shoots over Cantor. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And here's George for 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The pass to Jones. He feeds it to Cantor. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
And George kicks to Ibaka. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Ibaka. That's tipped. Here's Simons. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Deep 2 from Anthony. Excellent D there from George. Clippers leading by 7. Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. Back to Ibaka with the shot. Tips it. And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team. Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Jackson kicks to Morris. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
Simons surveying the D. Kicks it out to Jones. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. The long distance three is buried. And the Clippers lead by 10.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. The beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Baca is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. And there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, Michael Porter's out there with Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. Now here's Jackson. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
To the middle, here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Murray kicks to Jokic. Pass to Porter. Now here's Murray. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jokic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Now Bart, Paul George missing from long range. Here's Gordon. Misses off the left iron.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. He has to have a body on him every time he's down there. A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Jokic finds Murray. Tips it up. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got his second bucket.
Well, Jokic is big, Jokic is long, and he does a great job there of corralling that ball and taking advantage of his length.
Leonard the pass to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Murray. Barton outside. Murray against Jackson. Here's Jokic. For three, Murray, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. LA is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Outside Jackson. Pass to Ibaka. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
To the inside, Porter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Now here's Leonard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the paint. Morris kicks to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And here's Leonard from 3. Denver grabs the miss. Oh, Porter in position.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Clippers trail by 6. Here's Jackson. Passes it to Morris. Over Gordon. In the corner. George with it. Back to Morris. Out to Ibaka. And the Clippers miss again.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And Jokic throws it down.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
The offensive rebound. A nice shot by George.
Yeah, Paul George athleticism sneaking in there, getting a second chance opportunity, and then he ends up cashing in.
Now the pass to Jokic. Back to Barton. Over George. And that one released in time, but no good.
Because of Paul George's athleticism, he can do a lot of things. He turns.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 6. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Kennard in at the 2-guard spot. A nice shot by Rivers.
Well, the problem defensively after Rivers gets a step is nobody sliding over in time to slow him down.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Kennard's shot is off. The Nuggets leading by 10. Inside, here's McGee. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Beverley looking around. Pass to Zubac. And Batum kicks to Beverley. Zubac trying to break loose. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Rivers against Kennard. Bowl, that's good.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut back down now to 10 as they pick up the bucket from Kennard.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Morris passes to McGee. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 5. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, offensively, you better respect the reach of DeMarcus Cousins. Terrific at getting a hand on that one and swatting it away.
A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
No,
now.
we don't do that.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Took him no time at all on that one.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And Murray, here we go. Here's Gordon. Here's Jokic. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Jokic has got 8 points.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Pass to George. Ibaka, the pass to George. Uncovered. Again, Los Angeles.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Jokic passes to Gordon. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
There's 42 seconds left here in the second. Clock is at 3. Murray, the pass to Jokic.
Cooling off a bit after a nice first quarter.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Porter against Leonard. To the paint. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Murray surveying the D, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Left side Jackson. Nobody near George. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Denver had no problems getting going. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8. Thanks for joining.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got Michael Porter. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And Jokic slams it in. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Martin passes to Gordon. And he goes right over Serge Ibaka and slams it down.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Passes to Leonard. And there's the pass to Morris. Outside Jackson. Goes back up. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Jokic grabs the miss. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Jokic against Ibaka. The kick out to Barton. Porter passes to Jokic. The jump hook. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Just have to stay down on any kind of pump fake. Once Jokic got him up in the air, he had him.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Second shot opportunity, and Murray finishes it off. Murray's got 5 now.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
The Nuggets leading by 8. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Jokic. Over Jackson. Wide open look here for Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. He's got 8.
And that's where Murray's speed shines through. He gives the D no time to react off that pass.
Leonard on the wing. 1:57 left to play here in the third. Back to George. Fires from deep. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
Murray outside. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Denver gets it back. Porter passes to Jokic. Over Ibaka. Jokic, no good. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. To the inside, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Rivers against Kennard. Rivers passes to McGee. Nice D from Cousins.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And Cousins throws it down.
Now Cousins, with his height, is able to get up there and jam that one down. Just get the ball deep to him on the inside, and pretty much he'll take care of the rest.
Morris looking over the floor. Over to the left wing. Pass to Rivers. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. That one good for 2. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Pass to Kennard. The 3. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Morris. And the miss. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Zubac in at the 4 slot. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now Morris. Outside Millsap. Back to Morris. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Bull can't hit.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
From about 16, and no good. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Rivers. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He did just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. He was all alone on that one.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Beverly against Morris. And he lobs it up and stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Kennard. Back to Beverly. Kicks it to Cousins. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by McGee.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, he does not lack for confidence, does Austin Rivers. He plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Gordon comes in for Bull. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. Morris finds Jackson. Out to Ibaka. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Porter. Shot, high post. Ibaka, it's good on the putback.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Murray, the pass to Barton. Back to Murray. It's Barton on the wing. That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Gordon against Morris. Outside for Murray. Just 2 to shoot. Porter. Leonard gets a hand on it.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
Clippers trail by 3. George with the ball. Dishes it to Ibaka. Back to George. That one drops for him.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Jackson against Murray. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
All the officials are all over that one.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And what a luxury if Murray can play both guard positions. A perfect blend of shrewd passing and some fearless shooting. And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
And here's Jackson. The pass to George. Ibaka. This is to George. 6 to shoot. And Ibaka slams it in.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Now here's Murray. Outside Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Fires from 14. A shot that time, not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. Outside Jackson. Back to Leonard. Shoots over Barton. The putback. Good.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Murray. Oh, off target.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Now Leonard. And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got 1 shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge. The city of Dallas. It's an NBA afternoon game here on the
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1. And for Dallas, Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. Now, here is George. Passes it to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Doncic against Beverly. And it's Doncic missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Outside for George. Gets a very good look and converts.
You have got to be aware of Paul George. He is a knockdown shooter from deep.
Doncic feeling it out. On the wing, Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Out to Doncic. Here's the 3. Tries to save it, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Quick start here for the Clippers in this one.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Here's Doncic after the basket by Los Angeles. No good from Finney Smith.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And really deep three that time.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Doncic against Beverly. And it's Doncic missing.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Here's Los Angeles now. They've scored 10 straight. George double-teamed. Lobs it up for Ibaka.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Up top, Doncic. Defended by Beverly. And the rejection by Zubac. Doncic with the bucket.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
And Beverly kicks to George. Doncic against Beverly. Back to George. Pass to Beverly. No good off the back of the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Out to the right wing. Porzingis against Beverly. Bucket is good. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
George passes to Zubac. Back to George. 56 seconds left to play in the first. And that one's good. Leonard.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Doncic against Beverly. Up top, Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. From downtown. No good. Shot missing. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Doncic with it. There's the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Here's George. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Los Angeles. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback.
Old school basketball. You know?
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
They've got Powell. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Cauley Stein in at center. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And Cousins kicks to Jackson. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 6. Richardson attacking. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Jackson dishes to Morris, and Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here is Dallas. Mavericks shooting about 42% so far. Master Redick. Kicks it to Cauley-Stein. Just 5 to shoot. They get the rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
It's Jackson with the drive, and the basket is good. Jackson's got his first points of the game.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Richardson outside. Over Kennard. That one a little long. Clippers leading by 4. Floats it up for Cousins, and stolen by Cauley Stein. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Can't cash in from close range. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. A three from Morris. The Mavericks pull it in. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Redick. Batum attacking. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Brunson scanning the floor. Batum against Redick. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Redick's got 4 this quarter.
They're able to finish on the drive. Give Redick a lane, and he's more than happy to take it.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Hits the three-point bomb. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Brunson against Jackson. Down low. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And Los Angeles with some changes. Now, here is George. Outside Leonard. Pass to Ibaka. Outside Leonard. From the arc. He can't hit that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Jacks up a 3. And it's Doncic missing. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Leonard. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Great contest by the defender. That's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Marjanovic, no good for Los Angeles. They've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Outside Leonard from deep. The dive for the ball. It's rebounded by Dallas. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, let's see the vertical of Mr. Hardaway. Go ahead, sir. Pretty dunk.
From deep, George. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Right out of the gates, it was the Clippers setting the tone. Looking absolutely And
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Ibaka is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And here's Leonard from 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And George with the stuff.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
Beverly against Doncic. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And here's Porzingis for a three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Leonard kicks to George. Offensive rebound, but he gets it back. Ibaka, the pass to George. Back to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Mavericks trail by 3. Doncic outside. Shoots. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. And it's sent back by George. Porzingis with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Porzingis. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Beverly against Doncic. And that one's good. Beverly's got his first bucket in this one.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Powell, the pass to Brunson. The shot from 20 feet away. That's good on the jump shot. Here's Jackson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And the pass to Canard. They get a hand on it, and that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. Six on the shot clock. Out to Morris. Fires for 3. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Jackson passes to Batum. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line. And boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Jackson against Brunson. Redick passes to Brunson. And that'll be 2 free throws. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Jackson looking it over. Batum attacking Cousins. Back to Batum. No stopping him there. Jams it. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Josh Richardson. Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Brunson in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kennard finds Cousins. And here is Morris. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Clippers leading by 5. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. High post Ibaka. George against Porzingis. Here's Ibaka. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
2 points. That one goes. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic outside. No good with the triple. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Well, Kawhi Leonard put in the time to become a big-time threat from range. That is beautiful.
Beverly against Doncic. Over Beverly. Doncic outside. There's the triple. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And it's Leonard missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
That doesn't go either for Doncic. Sometimes
you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Beverly finds Ibaka. Over Porzingis. Ibaka, no luck.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Hardaway with a wide open look. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, how about the competitive nature of Tim Hardaway Jr.? Important spot, no problem.
Beverly against Doncic. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Outside Leonard, just 4 to shoot. Takes a shot at the elbow, with the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Doncic with the bucket.
Doncic has been in this position many times. He makes it look easy.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. George against Hardaway. Fires from 14. Porzingis with the block. And they're on the break. Goes up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
Well, it's a problem when Tim Hardaway Jr. decides to attack off the dribble drive.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. From deep three-point range, that one doesn't drop. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, tough to contain all that size on the drive. Kristaps Porzingis, 7-footer.
And it's tied up with that one.
Well, this game has the feel that it could come down to the wire, so that is just the kind of success they need to have at the foul line.
Doncic against George. Dishes it to Ibaka. Leonard on the wing. Cousins trying to free himself up. Leonard, no luck.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Doncic against Jackson. Here's Doncic. It's off.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. So Dallas will get the first possession. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for the Mavericks. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Doncic against Jackson. Doncic left side. Shoots from the high post. That's good on the jump shot. Doncic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic. These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. It's good. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
You know, and with his height, it is really hard to affect Porzingis' shot without fouling him. He is a problem for defenders.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Outside, George, all sorts of time. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Clippers lead by 4.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Doncic outside. Over Beverley. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Beverley, the pass to Ibaka. Doncic with the steal. One-on-one fast break. It's stolen by Ibaka. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Doncic against Leonard. Back to Beverley. Passes to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. A shot by George, wide open. No good on the triple. Fires the 3. No good from Finney-Smith. Can't get it to fall. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.